afternoon, this is Hitesh Raj.
This is Maitri Seth. Welcome to CityCast.
Invest in mutual funds with every cup of coffee. Our reporter Sneha Shah tells us more about a new way of investing.
Micro-investing is a trend that is gaining traction. This form of investing lets one invest pocket change into securities or mutual funds, which compounds over time and provides attractive returns.
You've spent rupees 370 rupees. And what our algorithm does is that it rounds up the spend. If it's 370 to 400. So now that 30 rupees, that starts putting it in a mutual fund automatically.
These apps are attracting a large user base, providing returns between 7 to 13% annually, depending on the investor's risk preference.
No, it's been great. I've saved around more than 3 or 4,000 rupees, and that has been invested. I'm getting 12% right now.
These apps are secured and licensed, which makes investors trust them.
We want fast returns. Who doesn't want it? So therefore, this is considered to be one of the best method to get the fast returns. So that is why it is quite catchy for the youth.
Effortless investing is appealing. An industrial psychologist explains why.
People are attracted to something that doesn't have any efforts to it. I'm not giving out my time to it. You don't see any harm in it. People are not afraid to lose $5, $10.
This tailor-made investment option encourages people to not only save money but also invest it, making their wealth grow. This is Sneha Shah reporting for CityCast.
Our next story also talks about new ways of making money. Creators of 30-second video can earn around 30,000 rupees. Our reporter Rakshata Kumar tells you how.
Around 1 million content creators on Indian content creating apps make videos daily and make profits out of it.
So I started making content on this Indian content making app 6 months back, and I have entered into an exclusive contract with them where I cannot leave them without a notice, and I cannot join any other competitive app till I'm working with them. I earn about 40,000 per month and I have almost 1800 followers now.
After TikTok was banned in India, the use of Indian video apps have increased with about 90%. ShareChat, the parent company of Moj, turned a unicorn this year, that is, its valuation reached $1 billion. With around a total of more than 300 million downloads, there are numerous users all across the nation who use these apps daily and enjoy watching the videos.
Previously, I used to use TikTok extensively, but when Chinese apps were banned, I moved to Moj and MX Takatak. They are really very good app and I am enjoying them.
Business and app analysis believe that the government's step towards the banning of Chinese apps gave a golden opportunity for the social media companies to set their name in the global market.
In less than 45 days of the ban, companies saw a download of more than 20 million, and that's why this put a lot of pressure on the companies to hire better developers and also raise their marketing standards and also meet the expectations of the customers.
With the increased download and demand of these apps, the employment rate of software developers have increased by 65% and the number of content creators have increased by 77% in 1 year. This is Rakshita Kumar reporting for CityCast.
Private school teachers still wait for the benefits under Teachers Benefit Fund. Our reporter Arunima Bharadwaj tells us more.
Over 4.16 lakh private school teachers still wait to become part of Karnataka State Teacher Benefit Fund, even after its approval by the Education Department. Teachers proposed their inclusion in the scheme during pandemic but still have not received any financial and medical assistance.
And whereas in the private companies, they got 50% salary, and we know so many teachers, those teachers are facing a lot of problems, and sure my whole family suffered with COVID. Not to delay anymore and do the help needful as early as possible.
The Deputy Director of Karnataka State Teacher Benefit Fund says that it has not been finalized yet and the meeting will be held after 2 weeks. The government receives funds from contribution of students and teachers in form of token flags. However, since schools were closed, they didn't receive any funds this year.
Nominal fee of 25 rupees. You have to pay the fee to the respective department.
Teachers under the scheme are sanctioned an amount of rupees 6,000 to rupees 50,000 for medical treatment, an amount of 10,000 for family maintenance of the deceased teacher.
Due to the lack of money income, they are taking their children to the government schools also Now other schools where it is very less. That is the reason where schools are failing to handle the teachers' needs and benefits for them.
The world has overcome the adversity of second wave, but private school teachers still await to receive benefits under Teacher Benefit Fund as proposed by the government. This is Arunima Bharadwaj reporting for CityCast.
We will be right back after a short break.
Welcome back to CityCast. Students are worried as Certified Management Accountant exam keeps getting delayed. Our reporter Aditya Pandey tells us more.
The Institute of Cost Accountant of India has delayed the exam to December 2021 from June 2021. Candidates fear to miss out on the mandatory apprenticeship.
The problem with the continuous postponement of exam is as long as the intermediate exam is not clear, I can't go for internship. And without having an internship of 1 year, I'm not eligible for the finals.
In CMA, a student can opt for either June or December exam. But this year, ICMAI has merged the June and December exams, increasing the number of candidates appearing for the exam to around 90,000.
Due to COVID, to this one, it has been delayed. But now, December 8th, we are having the exam as scheduled. It will be online exam.
Not only the intermediate but also the CMA final candidate fear of unemployment as a company offers limited apprenticeship.
Each cost and management accountant can have 15 articles at a time. But the thing is that unless we have a sufficient work in our hand, the audit jobs or cost records and cost record making and all, so unnecessarily we are not going to take the articles.
The delay in exam is causing stress and anxiety among students as they fear failing. This is Aditya Pandey reporting for CityCast.
Moving on, we find construction debris in public areas. Our reporter Arshia Agarwal tells us why this happens.
A study by C-STEP says only 10% of the construction and demolition waste in Bengaluru is being transported to the sites designated for it by the Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagar Palike. Despite being aware about the methods of disposal, builders are still resorting to illegal dumping of debris on roads, parks and other public places.
The moment they take it out, it's no more their problem. It becomes somebody else's problem. A lot of uneducated people are in the industry. There's no entry barrier, basically because of unscientific methods of construction.
BBMP rules say that no waste can be disposed of in sites other than those designated for it. Its only plant named Rock Crystals with a capacity of 1,000 tons per day is receiving only 150 to 200 tons as mentioned by its partner Rajesh Kohar.
We can't cover full area. There will be only one marshal. There is no proper manpower for monitoring is happening by BBMP itself.
Solid Waste Management Bylaws 2020 talk about BBMP regulating construction and demolition waste with penalties for illegal dumping of the waste ranging up to Rs 50,000.
We are trying our level best to enforce the rules. If anybody is disposing illegally also, we are levying the fine on them. Per month, per marsh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh. It may go up to 10 lakh also.
To reduce the transportation cost, builders dispose the waste in public places.
The government can take initiative. They can give an incentive like a payment or certificate kind of thing, appreciation kind of thing.
The waste blocks various roads and lakes, causing water pollution, and most of them transform into massive waste at landfills. This is reporter Arshia Agarwal reporting for CityCast, Bengaluru.
As restaurants reopen, many customers ask for disposable cups and cutlery. Our reporter Prantika Ghosh tells us more.
In the wake of COVID-19, many restaurants have gone back to single-use cutleries to provide customers with clean and first-use packaging. But these generate tons of solid waste every day.
Started using single-use cutlery because of safety of our customers as well as our own staff. If you want people to come to your restaurant and eat, you have to provide them that level of safety.
The fear of contracting the virus has led to a huge demand among the customers for single-use cutlery.
Since the pandemic, I have started preferring one-time use cutlery. COVID-19 spreads from one person to another. I want something that I am using for the first time.
The takeaway and the online delivery trends are all dependent upon single-use bags, container and utensils. The surge in single-use cutleries is a major blow to the fight against pollution.
Plastic, there are various subcategories in that as well. Ones usually with low value plastic or multi-layered plastic, they are non-recyclable plastics.
The use of single-use cutleries like paper cups and straws also lead to a massive disposal of waste, leading to the feeling of landfill.
Paper cannot hold water. Any cutlery seems to be paper, not really paper. You have diffused plastic or diffused wax in it. So you cannot even recycle because they are a combination of materials. Materials, the recycling companies don't take that.
At times, people resort to burning the one-use cutleries, which end up releasing a lot of toxins into the environment. On the positive front, many campaigns like Bring Your Own Cutlery have been initiated to bring awareness. This is Prantika Ghosh reporting for CityCast.
We will be right back after a short break. It's time to rest your wrist as there is a consistent increase in the number of patients with carpal tunnel syndrome. Cases in Bangalore. Our reporter Maitri Seth tells us more.
Orthopedic specialists in Bengaluru observe a 30% increase in the number of carpal tunnel syndrome patients in the last 2 years. Often caused due to incorrect positioning of hands, the syndrome turns extremely painful if not treated, causing major inconvenience to such patients.
And I delivered my child on July due to the bad position during feeding. Was aggravated during these 3 months. I had issues to hold the child, to feed the child.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, a condition of the median nerve causing numbness and pain in the wrist and lower arm, is most commonly diagnosed in IT professionals, construction workers, and even chefs too. However, the orthopedic surgeons say that one of the major causes emerging is the excessive use of electronic gadgets and typing over laptops.
See, this is commonly seen in women. Carpal tunnel syndrome, most of the time it is in the urban population. It happens in people who work on laptops with awkward position, typing. Educated urbanites, they prefer surgery. They want faster relief.
The experts point out that following a healthy lifestyle is important to avoid conditions like obesity, thyroid, and diabetes that also contribute to these cases. But most importantly, certain habits are needed to be checked.
No one is asking you to stop using the gadget, and you need to use them very frequently, but make sure your positioning is well defined.
Hence, it is important to give your wrist some rest, take frequent breaks during work, and follow a healthy lifestyle. This is Maitri Seth reporting for CityCast.
Excessive intake of health supplements can have a negative impact on our lifestyle. Our reporter Apeksha Priya tells you more.
Without any professional consultation, people are consuming supplements to tone their body. But regular use is hampering their lifestyle.
And I have used many types of supplements, and I'm using whey protein isolate from more than 2.5 years. After consumption of protein, I'm getting acne on my body, untimely popping out of pimples on my face. After drinking protein with milk, I feel lazy the whole day.
Unlike health steroids, these supplements are easy to obtain. They can be found in any fitness store as well as online.
The supplements which we give are good for their health. We suggest them correct things only. It totally depends on how they consume it.
Long-term use of such supplements is both unnecessary and can lead to adverse impacts.
There are a lot of positive effects. There's negative too. If you are taking too much of supplements, it may harm you. First of all, you have to take a suggestion with your physician or a dietitian. You shouldn't have to overdose.
A balanced amount of intake of supplements is advisable. This is Apeksha Priya reporting for CityCast.
The number of anemia patients is increasing in Bangalore. Our reporter Rima Bansal tells us more.
Doctors say there has been 30% increase in anemic patients as compared to last year. Lack of oxygen-rich blood in body can lead to anemia. This also results in shortness of breath, dizziness, headache, and irregular heartbeat.
I started feeling dizzy quite a lot. The amount of hair fall I had increased twofold. Through the blood test results, got to know that I was anemic and I had iron and vitamin D deficiency.
National Family Health Survey 5 report states that 48% of women and 20% of men in Karnataka are anemic. Doctor says due to consuming insufficient nutrients, adults often face iron and vitamin deficiency.
Major reason I would say is affordability, because fruits and vegetables are not cheaper than rice. No? So they fill their tummies with rice, and they don't have different kinds of green leafy vegetables. Many of them can't afford meat. Lack of knowledge of having diverse food is one of the other reasons.
Central government approved 3749 lakh to Karnataka government under the Anemia Mukt Bharat budget, but still the anemia cases are increasing. However, experts says early diagnosis can prevent these issues as these are autoimmune diseases.
See, nutritional we can, okay, because of helminth, that we can preventable by giving iron-rich food, and vegetarians by taking B12 tablet injections and tablets. And for blood loss, if there is any more bleeding, either due to menses or due to anything, they have to see the doctor.
It is important to take the daily dose of nutrients that is required by the body to keep ailments associated with anemia at bay. This is Reema Bansal reporting for CityCast.
That's all for today's bulletin. Log into CityCast for more.